Okay, this is how I do and how I teach people to do squats. First, like get your feet about shoulder width, maybe a little bit closer. Some people a little bit wider, just depends on how you're built. For toes, when I get my stance, I don't have my toes straight forward. I kind of point them out a little bit, not full 45 degrees, but just out just a little for comfort. One thing to keep in mind when you're lining your legs up, you want your knee to stay over your foot. When you go down, you don't want your knees going past your toes, of course, but what I mean is wherever your foot's at, whichever direction your foot is pointed, your knee should be pointed in the same direction. Once you get lined up, the way I think about it is I take my hips. You have to arch your back, straighten your back up so you don't injure it. So I do that by pushing my hips back and then my shoulders back and my chest out. So from that point, now that my hips are back, I break the knees a little bit and you feel this pocket open up, and all you have to do is just drop straight down. Now you're gonna bend forward a little bit, but in your mind you wanna think about trying to stay straight up as possible. So just come down to the top part of the leg is parallel, and then with the weight on your heels, push your heels to the ground and come right back up. Like I said, when you come down, your knees stay over your feet. You don't want them coming in or you don't want them coming out because you're gonna damage your knee. Have them staying straight over your feet when you're coming down and coming back up. All right, depending on how you're built, you might have to play with the stance a little bit. Like I said, go wider, toes out further, whatever's comfortable. For me, I can't get too close of a stance. I actually go right directly under my shoulders, and then I just barely point my toes out, and then I'm good. Put the bar at the base of my neck on top of my traps. I don't put it way down here. I'm not powerlifting. I'm not trying to see how much weight I can get. So I want the weight pushing directly down on my legs so I can get the most out of it. So the bar on my back, I'm set up, push my hips back, tighten up my lower back, break the knees, come straight down, come back up. All right, I always do one warm-up set to get a feel for it, because sometimes I have my toes point out too far or something, I have to readjust. So do a few light reps, adjust your footing, so everything feels right. You don't want to drop down fast and catch yourself, because that's just, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to end up getting injured. You want to go down controlled, stop when the top part of your leg is parallel, and then using your heels push into the ground, come back up.